European football is back this 28th of November, and in this video I'm going to share with you my two value bet builders that include Tottenham and Roma and Manchester United and Glimt. So quickly, before I get into that, we're going to recap yesterday. Perfect day. So two bets sent out, two wins, called the Liverpool and Real Madrid game down to an absolute T, and we're now just a few wins away from reaching 100 units. As you can see below me, we've been on absolute fire all season. I set out a challenge, a task to hit 250 units by the end of the season. Hopefully we can absolutely clear this 100 unit mark coming into January, and that should make things very easy. I've broken over 200 units in the past 3 seasons, trying to get a season high this year and the back end of next year. But enough waffle, let's get into the purpose of the video. So I've got two bet builders, but I'm mainly going to be speaking about Tottenham and Roma and Manchester United game. But as you can see below me, that's the first bet builder we've got in the Karabakh and Lyon game. So we're going to be taking result to be draw or Lyon, under 3 goals in the first half, over 1 card, over 4 corners. Very nice and simple. I'm going to be advising to stick 2 units down on that bet. And here we have it. This is the bet builder that I'm going to be speaking about each section on this video. So I recommend to place 2 units on this, in the Tottenham and Roma game, over 0 cards for Tottenham, under 3 goals in the first half. In the Manchester United game, we're taking under 3 goals in the first half, over 7 corners, and over 1 card. So let's start in the Tottenham and Roma game. So it's going to be a pretty interesting game. I can see volume definitely happening in this game. The both teams score has a 60% hit ratio. The over 2.5 goals has a medium to high 55% hit ratio. There's a projection of 3 goals in this game, and the projected cards is 4.2. and if you do want to take a punt on the corners, I think it will be worth it. The line is set at 10.7. So let's speak about Tottenham and speak about cards in regards to them. So games involving Tottenham this season, over 2.5 cards has a 80% hit ratio, over 3.5 cards has a 70% hit ratio. They do average more cards when at home than away so far this season, so definitely taking that into play because Tottenham are the home side tonight. And their card projection in Europe is a little bit higher than what you would think. If you look at their recent games in Europe over the past 2 years as well, to be fair, over 0 cards for Tottenham has a 92% hit ratio. So we're playing with a very high hit percentages there. Under 3 goals in the first half. Pretty interesting line. Now let's take a little look at that. So both teams to score in the first half in regards to these two teams has an average of 25%, which is really low, and over 2.5 goals in the first half when putting these two teams' averages together gives you an average of 20%. So fairly confident, or not fairly, very confident in that Tottenham and Roma part of the bet builder. I was looking at possibly adding a corner line in, but when putting these 5 sections from these 2 games together and getting just under double your money odds, I didn't want to play with it, to be fair. So let's have a quick look at the game that involves Manchester United tonight. This will be their new manager's first game in Europe. His first game with them was a disappointing 1-1 draw, you could say, with Ipswich. So under 3 goals in the first half. So let's have a little look at Manchester United first. So Manchester United do have an impressive 60% hit ratio in regards to getting a clean sheet in the first half, and their opponents has a 50% hit ratio in regards to getting a clean sheet. So I do think there will be volume though in this first half. I can see Man U possibly going into the half 1-0 up. Both teams to score in the first half. Games involving Manchester United has a 30% hit ratio, and that gives you a total average of 35 when adding the two teams together, and over 2.5 goals in the first half for the both teams gives you an average of 25%. So really good percentages, to be fair, that we're playing with. I think the over 7 corners is an absolute given. The average corner kicks per match between these two teams is 11.44. The over 7 corner line for Manchester United this season has a massive 89% hit ratio, and when putting the two teams' percentages together you get an average of 80%. So again, really high percentages. The sum of bookings per match between Manchester United and Glimt gives you 3.41. Is rather low, to be fair. If we take a little look at Manchester United's and their opponent league form or league volume in regards to cards, this is a little bit lower, but the over 2.5 cards per game in Europe so far this season for Manchester United has a 78% hit ratio. This bet has a total probability of around about 89 to 91%. Like I said, I'd be recommending place 2 units on the both of these bets. I'm fairly new to creating content, as you can see by my channel. If you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. If you want to get on my plays nice and early, and I will add you into a private group completely free of charge. Just add my Snapchat, any messages, message me and I will respond. Other than that, I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, night, evening, wherever you are watching from.